Towing 2.5 tonne with the 2 litre. Can it be done and how will it go? Make sure you like and subscribe for more content about the FX4 Max. Alright, so we're testing out the towing ability of the FX4 Max. So the 2 litre bi-turbo. I've got my Caravan on behind. We're going to stop off at the Weighbridge tomorrow at Broadfoot if it's available, and chuck the Caravan and the ute on there so we can see how much tow ball weight we're putting on, plus how much weight we're actually towing behind. It's actually quite impressive with bi-turbo how easy it's towing it. I think we're probably at about 2.5 tonne, but we'll confirm that tomorrow. Driving across sort of from Wallen to Wood End at the moment, through the back of the Macedon Ranges and through Romsey and that, and there's quite a bit of up and down. And it's handling it quite comfortably. Even the down, there's not that much retardation with the engine braking, obviously with the 10 speed and the small displacement of the 2 litre. But what I am noticing is, as soon as we get to sort of a downhill section and we just add a little bit of brake, the engine actually drops down gears and gives you what little retention there is, but it drops down gears quite quickly. And does aid that braking a little bit. When we're on the flat, I've got the cruise on about 95 and it pulls it along, no worries at all. We had one little moment, I was only doing about probably 75 or 80 going down a sort of steep section of road that was fairly rough, and the van actually got up a little bit of a sway, and before I even really had time to think about it, the anti-sway control kicked in, applying a little bit of brake here and there, and caught it very quickly. So that's another, obviously a very worthwhile and helpful safety component of the FX4 Max. I think it's on most of the Ranger range. But once we get to where we are, we'll have a bit more of a chat. We'll see what the fuel economy was like towing the van through the hills, and tomorrow, when I've got a bit of time, we'll get to Broadfoot and we'll chuck it on the Weighbridge. Alright, so here we are. So this is what we're towing. We got the Easy Trail 15 foot Parks 15 Mark II. So it's around about 2.5 tonne. We're going to go to the Weighbridge today, chuck it on, and get an exact weight of the van as well as a ball weight. So on the compliance plate it says the TES 2.4 and ATM 2.9, so we'll actually see. We haven't got it particularly heavily loaded up at the moment, but we'll see where we're sitting with it. Towed really nicely yesterday. I think we averaged, including going through those hills at Romsey, about 15 litres per 100k, which is phenomenal. In the Everest, in the 3.2, we used to average sort of 15.6 to 15.9, and that was towing a camper trailer, which was obviously considerably smaller than the van. So really happy with that. Never struggled, never felt like I had the cruise control set most of the time, especially on the freeway. Never felt like I had to step in and drop a gear or anything like that. It was just in complete control, and handled it beautifully. Well, I've come to the Weighbridge here in Broadfoot to use it, but she's all bloody locked up. You can't get on the actual bridge, which is pretty disappointing. It's usually open to the public, but for some reason the concrete heads have locked it up. Yes, unfortunately we weren't able to chuck her on the Weighbridge, but as I showed before, it's got a tail weight of 2.4 and up to about 2.9. It's not particularly loaded up at the moment. We've got like the fridge and some bedding and stuff in there, so I reckon it's probably around 2.5 tonne. But my fuel economy since yesterday, we're on 15 litres per 100k, so that's exceptional, I reckon. I can't understand now that I've driven both the 3.2 and the 2 litre why anyone would choose a 3.2. The 2's got more power and it's considerably more economic. That's my opinion. I've been actually really impressed with the towing. We've been running it in sports mode, and it usually sits sort of in about 8th gear. It's got power on demand. Whenever it needs to drop back a gear, it'll drop back a gear. It's not really searching for gears. I certainly haven't noticed it anyway. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the way it tows.